so as we continue the journey, this is part 2 of this 2-part series, you know, where this man, never met him, said that he knew me very well. Sometimes, you know, people can know you, but you don't know them, you know. I've never met him, I don't recall, I don't even know the face, but he stated that he had known me, and he had called, you know, a police officer that used to work with me for years or so. But as I've said to you before, I said some things. Some of it is true, some are not. As I stated before, only fools boast about certain things. I don't boast about, one thing with me, I can tell you that when it comes on to my life, I will always defend my life because I have one life. So, you know, I am not afraid of anyone. Never have, never will. Only can die once. Remember that. You know, it's either you live for something or you die for nothing. And, you know, based on the culture and the island where I'm from, Jamaica, if you're not a person that supports criminality, you're not going to be well loved or liked, because a segment of our society has been ingrained with criminality from top to bottom. That's how it is in Jamaica. If you're not a criminal supporter, you know, people don't regard you as a human being. Or if you're not somebody who have been to jail or prison in Jamaica, you're a nobody. Once you're somebody who's violating other people's rights, people will sympathize with you. But the victims suck it up. Yes, and the reason why I'm saying that is just like with Beanie Man, yes, we're not digressing, but we're just showing you how Jamaican people are. And I don't want nobody come tell me about Vybz Kartel and this and that. And, you know, because Vybz Kartel used to be around, I'm not talking about Vybz Kartel. I'm talking about Vybz Kartel never killed anyone for me, period, you understand? My cousin was a mentor to Vybz Kartel in a criminality. And I mentioned his name, Wayne Porter, John Wayne. Yes, we get a whole heap of things from PNP, but I am not a PNP activist, supporter, or voter. Never have, never will. PNP is a criminal organization. I cannot, that will be going in contrast with my philosophy and worldview. I want a Jamaica where youths can grow up and enjoy the same life as I have enjoyed. Not what they sell you where criminality is marketed to you as something fashionable. So you watch, you listen, and you decide. This is part 2 of this 2-part series. Yes, welcome to the Jamaica Young Police channel. To our loyal viewers, subscribers and Patreon members. At the channel, we are a group of law-abiding citizens who believe in the rule of law and respect the rights of every citizen, but not the ones who do not subscribe to such behavior. We do believe in and support preemptive strikes because they save lives. This is a logical conclusion because preemptive strikes save lives and prevent the further loss of lives. We are all about saving lives at this channel. We at the channel aid criminals with a passion and do not want them over here. We do not want your views, your subscriptions, your likes or your comments. Please go elsewhere where the red carpet is waiting for you. Over here, we want you to go to prison or the departure lounge at Madden. Moving on to today's video. For those who choose a life of crime and violate others' rights and spread harm under the guise of respect and power, understand this. We see you, and we will not stop revealing the truth.
Remember, you know, Porter is a man, he hate artists, you know. You hate musicians. Anything where you can. That's the truth, Porter. You hate all football, you hate people, anything where you can do, you hate.
My lord, respect what? No respect nothing. I don't know, my lord. The state and the devil. Drop your back. So our goal is not to expose, but to discourage the next generation from idolizing and following such path. So we are committed to showing the reality.
Porter, we are listening.
And the devastation left in the way of these.
We are going to Jamaica right now, how the police them behave. The video they always see last week, the week before, weeks before, even the woman, all of last week's videos.
So we just want to, I said,
all of them are epitment of you. The woman we push them our gun like conductor face. Box man with our gun all. A duplicate of you only she is female. Possibly she might end up work or when you work.
Now we set a beautiful deal. Jamaica, young police channel. Out.
People. Me say a pee of them sitting here and spew. Now say people go support crime and get themselves involved in a crime and do things. We hurt people. Alright. Me hear him say, the man a coke dealer. Who am I get the coke from? The end money. The end money of the coke. Can I sure whatever I do. In between somewhere. But the end money of that deal. Because he must have go back to somebody to buy back from somebody. So the end money, who benefit? If the police lock him up, who benefit? All of these things that are called crimes, that you go to court and pay fines for, who benefit? The police are people where companies, stakeholders, contracted to stakeholders of any country, where people can call them out at a fee, discretionary by the chief or whatever department. Who are going to stop crime? One-sided. Them can use people like you and enforce certain things and say a crime. Can look upon people like you and send you out for move some people legally off of them place. And you not go want to hear nothing. You could only just want to hear say some PMP squat on them a thief. Or they have gone down there. And then people get murdered, put out. And just imagine a force and 20, 30 like you. Mindset, attitude, everything. We just love kill. And then you ask question from the family and who you hear, and who anybody will hear know about them, you ask them question about them after and see what you can find as crime if you associate with them. Spew some love to the man. All you spew at the link at the midfield. 8. We 8 the artists them so far. Who tell you for 8 well, you said the man of Madrid, so dread a fearful thing. So right there, so and dollars. Now notice the police will come out and deal with the civilians anyway. But the business owner will deal with you unjustly, even when the police blatantly see the unjust. They're not doing nothing to the business owner in your favor. Depends on the country we're in. And Jamaica, it's more a colorism, classism thing. And look, PJ Patterson and Portia Simpson does not get the ratings in Jamaica as Andrew Ones, Siaga, Michael Manley, the Shearers, the Songsters, do that color upwards get from the local populace. And now, Porter, you wear spew. How close is your complexion to Andrew? As a matter of fact, you're all in the same age group. And you all meet the same man, you all been groomed by the same person. You all been groomed by Siaga, weren't you all? People must have good so you get met detective, you know. I saw you get pushed through. Cause you was different from other, you know, a few did that guns and a few. Are you different? Remember this Rasta, him clean enough for people say one and two things to him, yeah? So you happen. Not because I smoke weed, that the only thing anybody could have said, you would have call a crime. I not smoke cigarette, I smoke weed. Porter, I know you. You don't have to eat so much higher. You know, well, to the climate I run and to you die hard. You can't see why you do it.
Ladies and gentlemen, you have heard what this man had said. As I said, some of it are true and some of it are just not true. I have never been I am not a political police. Never have, never will. I don't even have, honestly, as I said before and I say again, I don't even have a Labour right friend when we can call in a Jamaica Labour Party. I don't even have one when we can call and say, boy, this politician are my friend and them thing. I'm not a Labour right friend. Not even growing up, I'm not even a Labour right friend. It's just that me see things totally different. I see A for A and B for B and C for D. No, I'm not sugarcoat things for people. I'm not spin things. So is Christopher Porter. The story they never tell. Every person has a beginning. Mine began at 38 Exit Street, Jonestown, Kingston, 12, where I was born, and Concrete Jungle. I have lived other places in Jamaica, but this is my hometown. For those who have never lived there, it is difficult to understand. Many people hear the names and think they are not just communities. Those of us who live there know there were battlefields, political violence, gang warfare, fear, intimidation, murders. Many children grew up believing that it was normal. I was one of those children where you feel say, boy, badness, everything, I writing that. Even when I go high school. But I knew what I wanted from when I was 4. So you see, we are from a violent society. This is what they impart to us. They impart social behavior. It's anti-social behavior. Everything is all about who can bad up who, bully who. Many children growing up believing that was normal. And I say I was one of those children. But unlike many people, I started to ask questions. Why were young men dying? First time I say a man dead. When I say dead, I talk about dead standing up with a gun in him hand. Little youth. Yes. Some people that freak out. Now I didn't, cause you understand, you old shot them in night, and apparently, the man, them did afraid of him. So I'll do him dead standing up. Even the people that shot him, they'd afraid for even go up to him to take the gun. That's how fearful they were of the man. Why were mothers suffering? Why were gangs becoming heroes? Why were killers treated like celebrities, put on pedestal and treated as role models? Those questions would shape my life. The difference between fear and courage. Many people think courage means having no fear. That is not true. Courage means doing what is right despite fear. So, if I'm not telling the same enough fear and them thing there, both things can be true at the same time. But guess what? Let me tell you, fear or something, but sometimes it happen, it's something where you can't taste it, you feel it, but you don't say a fear, because you know say your life is on the edge. These are milliseconds decisions. As a young man, I watch criminals operate. I knew some of them. Many knew my family. Many knew me. But I refused to become one of them. One criminal, I can tell you, that knew that I want to be a police officer was only brother Carlos. Both of them dead. And Carlos, in an Indian brother from Cockburn Pen. Carlos was the one that when him find out someone want to be police, at the time Carlos, only and Rifle, the three of them did want it, and then they were Waterfall. And Carlos, in the back of my yard, you know. And Carlos, there's like a spring. I'm not even remember kind of exercise thing where you use with your hand and you exercise. And then you run and tell me, say, as police, say when you become police, at least you can't trust your squad. But it's when you're a gangster, you can't trust the next gangster because I'm going to kill you. And I say, boy, I'm glad to say that road there you go, Chris. I remember, you know, just don't trust, not because you be police, you know. Some police you can't trust them either. But it's different with the police than my work. Kind of my work, the only somebody me trust still, you know, and my brother, because I'm my brother. He never say him trust Rifle, you know. You understand what I'm saying? I must say when you're a criminal, when you're a bad man, a different, because seeing bad man kill you too, you know. Not kill your body, you know. So I write in here, I'm glad. And him show me how to exercise. I'm tell me, say, boy, when you do this every day, when you hold a guy, you have to stay a wall. Anyhow, so moving on. So think about that for a moment. Instead, I joined the Jamaica Constabulary Force. A young man from the belly of the beast decided to become a police officer. That was one of the greatest sins you can commit to your community. Yes, because being a police officer, born and raised in a belly of the beast, so you have sense. Two people, them tell us every police is dead and labor rights. So if we kill off all our police who are go enforce the law, the gangsters, them. You understand? Just let that make sense. What the public does not see. Many people see a police uniform, or back in my time, you see a white shirt and a police in a tie, white shirt and button up to him neck and tie and gentleman. The only time you will see me in a tie as a detective, I when I go court and anything, because I'm always on the street. What they don't see are the sacrifices. They never see all when rain fall and Spanish Town Road flood, Marcus Garvey Drive flood, and we out there in the rain to protect the people them. You understand? They don't see the long nights. We go work in the morning, sometimes we leave at 2 o'clock and still come back and work 8 o'clock in the morning. Because we know see the people them forgot work. They don't see the funerals, sometimes you know we are buried with friends and police will get killed. Bruce Brown, Gatta. You understand? 2 people very close to me. They don't see the families destroyed by violence. They don't see officers running toward danger while everyone else run away. Those experiences changed me forever. They reinforce one simple belief. Law-abiding citizens deserve protection. I never became a political policeman. This is important because some people attempt to place everyone into political camps. The reality is different. Criminals exist in every political tribe. Criminals exist in every social class. Criminals exist in every community. A police officer's duty is not to serve a party. A police officer's duty is to serve the law. That was my philosophy then. That remains my philosophy today. I am one of the bloggers as an ex-police. I know 3 bloggers were as police. No, 2 of them personally. And one of them, since I am doing YouTube, you understand, the guy on the spot. I am the only blogger who said, me not like thief in police. Because me never thief, I mean like thief. I'm not talking about what if they have done it, you know. Me talk about me. Me talk all the way, I mean like thief in police. So no guy can't say me a thief. You understand what I'm saying? I mean I like them. What happens when you speak the truth? The moment you challenge powerful narratives, resistance begins. People began to attack you. Personally, people attack your motives. People attack your character. People attack your past. Why? Because attacking facts is difficult. Attacking people is easier. Throughout history, many truth tellers experience the same thing. The messenger become the target, but facts remain facts. Truth remain truth. The problem with modern society, one of the greatest dangers facing society is the glorification of criminality. Too often, the criminals become the celebrity. The victims is forgotten. The law-abiding citizens become invisible. The consequences are devastating. Young people begin believing crime is a career path. Young people begin believing violence creates respect. Young people begin believing fear equals power. History repeatedly proves otherwise. Crime eventually destroys those who embrace it. The same people that may perpetrate criminality and violence end up always die by the gun because them create enemy and people want them. Not because some of them live long. Them eventually them always die violent. When them feel say, boy, people forget. Remember you arm people, you know. Lessons from the street. The street taught me many lessons. The biggest lesson, violence creates victims. Every shooting affects families. Every murder affects communities. Every criminal enterprise eventually leaves suffering behind. That is why I've always challenged the culture of criminal worship. Not because I hate people, because I have seen the consequences firsthand. Why I continue speaking? Some people ask, why not retire quietly? The answer is simple, because the next generation matters. Young people deserve to hear another perspective. They deserve to hear that success does not require a gun. They deserve to hear that discipline beats destruction. They deserve to hear that education beats intimidation. They deserve to hear that character matters. One thing I have learned in law enforcement is this: evidence matters. Rumors are not evidence. Opinions are not evidence. Emotions are not evidence. Facts matters. Documentation matters. Proof matters. If someone makes an allegation, evidence should follow. That principle protects everyone. It protects the innocent. It protects society. It protects justice itself. The bigger picture, the conversation is bigger than one man. It is bigger than one channel. It is bigger than one disagreement. It is about deciding what kind of society we want. Do we reward truth or do we reward deception? Do we celebrate law-abiding citizens or do we celebrate those who destroy communities? Those decisions shape nations. If you look in any garrison, ghetto communities them in a Kingston metropolitan area, they always have none of value. Why? Because of crime and violence. A man have to say, boy, me live a jungle and them thing there. If you are not from there, you won't last long. Because they might rob and kill you. Because you don't have the foundation there. And that's a reality. If you are a young person listening, do not allow anyone to convince you that criminality is greatness. It's not. The streets have a graduation ceremony. It's usually in prison or the departure lounge. Real success is built through discipline. Real success is built through knowledge. Real success is built through service. You can come from difficult circumstances and still build an honorable life. I am living proof of that. The purpose of this presentation was not to attack this man or anyone. It was to remind you that your story belongs to you. Never allow lies to become history. Never allow rumors to replace evidence. Never allow criminals to become your role models. Stand for truth. Stand for justice. Stand for accountability. And remember, a nation that glorifies criminals will eventually suffer the consequences. But a nation that rewards honesty, discipline, and hard work will always have a future. Until next time, give me the book and not the gun. Substance over popularity. And today, code word, if you have reached the end, yeah man, shoot over noise. And to this man, since as you know so much about me, I'm inviting you to come on the Jamaica Young Police channel. Yes, you have a YouTube channel. Come and speak what you know about me instead of you making videos. 954-556-0275. Come and speak what you know about me. Because you say you know me, I don't know you. I have never met you, I don't know you. You say claim that you know me, but I don't. I don't know you. Have yourself a beautiful day. Jamaica Young Police channel out.